I lost my mom in a tragic way at an early age. In fact, I was so young that I didn't even know what had happened. I had to be told the whole story, and through that process, there were few versions to it, and my father was the person of interest. Growing up, I got caught up with hatred and resentment towards him, which nearly destroyed my life. It came to a point I couldn't stand the situation any longer. I wanted to be alone. I would just pack a bag and travel anywhere around the surrounding countries with no specific purpose. I wasn't even bothered about how I would make it in a foreign environment with less means. I just wanted an escape. I would sleep in the street, beg for food whenever I ran out of money. I was okay with that, even if it was really challenging. I felt alone but free, and that was one of the best feelings. Years have passed. I settled down in my hometown. Socially and emotionally, I was doing better, but still, the desire to go somewhere far away was strong in me. And once again, I left, traveled around, and ended up settling down here in the Philippines. Got a decent job, and had a comfortable life, but still, I was haunted by the past events. To hide the pain that I have endured nearly my entire life so far, I took refuge in pleasure. I partied and partied hard, but still felt empty and unfulfilled. I found myself back and back again in the same patterns of craving for pleasure and avoiding pain. I became mentally and emotionally exhausted. Things were becoming meaningless, and there was really nothing worth living for. I started to hate my lifestyle. I hated myself so much that I even thought dying was better. But there was one big problem. I didn't know what would happen to me when I'm dead. This made my project of possibly ending my life an impossible task. Suddenly, the fear of dying became a big concern to me and quickly scaled up into paranoia. Not knowing what death meant and what would happen to me when I die was the most terrifying experience. I would search random questions related to death and beyond. Throughout this period, I found myself reading all kinds of books and PDF until one day, a link took me to a YouTube video, Sadhguru. A week passed, then month, and a couple of years of watching Sadhguru torture me at all levels. Everything I thought I knew was completely demolished by this man. The clarity, sense, and logic of his approach to various topics of life just kept drawing me closer and closer to him. I got humbled, and humbled even more. Then, in December 2018, I decided to enroll for inner engineering online. I didn't know how I was about to seal my freedom and transform my life forever. At the end of the program, I realized that my experience of life was my own making. Knowing this was beyond freedom. That moment I realized I was my own problem. I also knew I was part of the solution. I began to heal and experience life in a completely different way, to the extent that whether a childhood memory or gazing at a leaf, being moved by a gentle breeze can create a wave of bliss that can't be explained. I learned to live day by day, being aware that the most obvious thing in this existence is my presence, and all other experience flow from it. My name is Dominique Sambiani. I'm from Togo, West Africa, and this is my inner engineering story.
My parents didn't know what to do. They put me in track and I ran so I could run it out. But always, whenever I would just sit, it would be no more than a couple minutes. So after I took inner engineering, I've been able to really be much calmer and be more content within myself and be able just to be wherever I am and not be thinking, I need to do this, I need to run around and do this.
I lost 40 pounds. My cholesterol went from 210 to 149, and my blood pressure is a lot lower, and my lifelong allergies have completely disappeared.
Inner engineering gave me the gift of the moment. that joy is there now. There is a sense of appreciation in very small things.
It was a wonderful experience. I'm a physician and I can't tell you how much it's going to help me with my stress. And also I'm going to incorporate in my practice too.
It was beyond my words.
That is the most important and most needed element in here for the human being.
I think this is one of the best things that has happened to me. Like, I meditate, but so I was expecting a few things from this course, but whatever I got was way better and way bigger than what I had expected. So I think it has changed my life in a fundamental way.
Beautiful. It was excellent.
We will teach a certain process which is known as the Shambhavi Mahamudra. This is a way of activating your energies in such a way that the very fundamental chemistry in your body will alter itself within a matter of 2 to 3 weeks. One can even measure this in the laboratories. Such experiments have been done. How the blood chemistry changes within 3 weeks of practice has been recorded, and you can make your chemistry a chemistry of blissfulness.
Significantly more ease in the way I live my life today than I did before. I still have the exact same stressors, the same difficult patients, the same hectic schedule, the same emergencies that require working late into the night. However, I do them with far more joy than I've ever done. In fact, my efficiency at work is far greater now than it has ever been, and my stress level is lower than it's ever been.
Once your system comes to absolute ease, there will be no disease. What is being taught is a scientific process. Step by step it will be taught. We need 28 hours to impart this, 28 to 30 hours of focused time. So it takes that much time to practically and experientially impart this. One aspect of the program is to bring a deeper understanding through their own system, to their physical system, to their energy system, to their chemistry, to their emotional aspects of them, and also the psychological structures. Once they understand few basics, then we teach methods with which they can make these dimensions within themselves in a conscious manner.